The God don't lie, he's shaking me head on my butt. The bird got a daughter, her name is wrong. What I like about her make a old man moan on the bud. The bird got cotton and never been picked. The bird got corn and never been shucked. The bird got a daughter and never been touched on the bud.
Hey everybody, welcome to the daily update for Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Happy hump day. You'll have to excuse my rather casual outfit today. I mean, not like I ever dress up here, but I'm doing some remodeling in the closet, so I just got like a junky shirt. This is my You Know You Are a Drummer shirt. Here, I'll let you, if you want to read all of them. Here, you can screen cap that. Right. This is one of those shirts when, if I'm wearing it out and I'm walking somewhere, people do this. They go, because they think it's some like political statement or something like, you know why so-and-so is a jerk? And then there's going to be like some manifesto, but it's just about drummers. So anyway, okay. So let's flip over here. Let's get Buzu Shavis out here. Can you be unhappy while you're listening to Zydeco music? I don't think you can. Like, I love Zydeco music so much. I never would have, it wouldn't have been on my bingo card to like Zydeco music as much as I do. I'm not a huge country music fan. There are some, I've actually got a, I've got a Spotify list of, it's called Country Songs I Don't Hate. Or maybe it's country music that's actually good. I'm trying to think of what's on that list. I mean, I know Zydeco's not country, but it's country adjacent. So I've got Marshall Tucker Band on there. I've got Patsy Cline, Waylon Jennings, Hank Williams, some George Jones, Charlie Rich, Charlie Pride, Tammy Wynette, Johnny Cash. So, you know, Chris Christopherson. So I like some Roger Miller. I like some country, Glenn Campbell. But I love Zydeco. I just love it. If you're not familiar with Zydeco music, get familiar. Get happy. All right. So, did we get a little ahead of ourselves today in the market? Hard to know. Before we get into that, let's just look at a couple of the big winners we had today. One here, ASTS, up a whopping 10%, was up almost 12%. Just added this to the daily setups yesterday. And what's nice is it gave some spots where you could actually get into it. A couple from the Anduril Ecosphere. We had a OPTX, which is up another 11% today. And this is one that I never really added to the list, but I did put in the trading room, which is Velo. That's up almost 19% today. So, by the way, I'm going to do a little mea culpa for subscribers about ASTS in a minute, so hang around for that. All right, so the question is, did we get a little ahead of ourselves? One of the things I talked about yesterday, and some people asked me to clarify this a little bit, so let me see if I can explain the concept of launching as close as you can to a support or resistance level. So when stocks are in a consolidation range, right? Maybe it's below a resistance level, maybe it's above a support level. That is where buyers and sellers are fighting, right? And they get in somewhat of a homeostasis where there is an equal amount of power on both sides because they can't move it, right? They can't move it above that resistance level or it can't go below that support level. If it does go below the support level, that means temporarily sellers are overpowering buyers. And if it goes above the resistance level, it means temporarily buyers are overpowering sellers. Now, will that continue longer than temporary? We don't know, but the initial move is going to be temporary. So we want that move to start as close to that resistance level as possible because it's only going to break out of that range when new buyers get in. And if new buyers are starting really close to that level, if you're launching as close as you can, you're getting the most amount of power from those buyers to break through there. Hopefully you're pushing it enough that a couple things happen. First of all, short sellers have to come in and they have to buy. So that perpetuates that initial buying. And then other longs that see the move, see the breakout, jump in. So you get this snowball effect. If this is the level and you start launching from here, meaning if you get new buyers coming in here, that's great. You break out and you start going and going and going. But by the time you get up to this level right here, they might be exhausted short term at least. They may have to rest a little bit, or sometimes they're exhausted completely and you just roll back over. So if we go back to what I was talking about yesterday, I was saying, especially with the Qs, I was saying that I'd hope that we had based here a little bit so that we could get that launch level right below resistance and really break through it. We didn't. We just went straight up. And so today we also continued and we went right up into basically all-time highs. And I noted that in the Discord this morning at about 6:35 Pacific time. I said, boom, there we are back at all-time highs on the Qs, right? That's where we were. But then I also said, I don't like that we ran straight up to all-time highs. Big cap tech earnings today and tomorrow better be really good, right? So we ran up here. We got knocked back down. Now what's happening after hours? Well, we do have the futures moving pretty well on some names. If we look at, let's go take a look at some of the big names that are reporting here. So we've got Meta, which is actually doing quite well. Initially was down, so that's good, right? We've got Microsoft, which was initially down big, still down, but down not as much. How about Tesla? Tesla, okay, initially was down, is up. Obviously, this is we're going to wait for the conference call. That's going to be the big move. So the question is, when we're done today, when we come into tomorrow morning, will Tesla and Meta, will they still be up? Will they be calling the tune, moving us higher into, Apple's earnings afterwards, or will these give back and follow Meta or Microsoft's lead here? I don't know. I would have rather that we started this whole process here, because this is a pretty big spot. Think about this. If Tesla gives it back, if Meta gives it back, Microsoft's already down. That means three of the big tech names cannot push us through those new levels. That really leaves it up to Apple on Thursday. So it would be better if those names hold up, if the futures hold up, and we are above those levels tomorrow morning. But again, look, it's all-time high, so it's hard to be complain too much. But when you're trying to be strategic, you're trying to get in at spots that give you the best odds, where you can manage your risk reward the best. And sometimes that means we have to pause. So anyway, all right, let's go through everything right here. If you're watching this on Twitter, you can see the rest of the video at the link in the reply. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the rest of the video with a link in the description. So